Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
We now know the identity of a man who was fatally stabbed outside a local 7-Eleven and the man who admits he did it. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. We begin this morning with your business news. A pending legislation in Congress could block the Federal Trade Commission investigation into the September cyber attack that temporarily disrupted operations at MGM resorts. A Republican spending bill includes a provision that would block an FTC civil investigative demand of MGM to provide details of its data security practices and slashes the FTC budget by 27%. MGM suffered a ransomware attack by hackers believed to be an international group with domestic ties that affected several MGM computer systems for 9 days while the FTC chair was staying at an MGM hotel in Vegas. Republican leadership withheld this week's scheduled vote on the bill. Moving on to your top story, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. We now know the identity of a man killed in a fatal stabbing outside a Las Vegas 7-Eleven last week, which was Antion Brown. 33-year-old Billy Earl Bell faces an open murder charge in his death. Now, this is according to a Metro Police arrest report. Police say Bell admitted to the stabbing in an interview and in a 911 call he made minutes after the attack, but claimed he acted in self-defense. According to the arrest report, Bell says he was panhandling when a passenger in the car Brown was driving shot at him, which surveillance video confirms. The passenger has not been charged, and police say the passenger fired at Bell after Bell had rushed him. The report states that Bell told police Brown approached him at a check cashing business and Bell stabbed him because he said he felt his life was threatened. A pedestrian killed in a hit and run on Sunday has been identified as 62-year-old Michael Price, who also went by the name of Renee Woods. Police said 48-year-old Rigoberto Osorio was on his way home from Silver Sevens Hotel Casino when the crash occurred. Now, according to police, Osorio's wife said he had been drinking and she felt and heard a collision and tried to get him to turn himself in, but he refused. The report says Osorio's daughter later called 911 to identify him. Osorio is scheduled to appear in court this morning. District Judge Carly Kearney is again considering whether to let Tupac Shakur's accused killer Dwayne Keefe D. Davis post bond. Last month, Kearney didn't allow him to post bail because she said she doesn't want him using profits from talking about his alleged involvement. In court on Tuesday, his attorney argued there is no law preventing Davis from profiting when he hasn't been convicted. However, prosecutors say Davis is still a threat to the public. A couple was arrested on Friday after stealing more than $652,000 at the Primm Hotel's casino. Police say 70-year-old Lydia Salmon jumped over the counter of the casino cage and stole cash and casino chips and fled in a Nissan with her husband, 63-year-old John Salmon. Police noted that a possible motive was found on a notepad inside their home, stating that their insurance would not pay for certain medications. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Mostly sunny skies in today's forecast, and a chance of showers and thunderstorms will continue for this afternoon at around 3 p.m. That excessive heat warning is set to expire tonight. Now let's take a look at the rest of the week. Thursday, Friday, temperatures will stay over 110 degrees and linger around 107 this weekend and the beginning of next week, with overnight lows in the 80s.
Sports sponsored by PT's Taverns, your place to watch all the sports action with over 65 locations. There's a PT's near you. Visit ptstavern.com. Team USA women's basketball getting the dub in their final friendlies game against Germany on Tuesday ahead of the Paris Olympics. Asia Wilson led all players in the United States in scoring with 19 points while grabbing 14 boards. Chelsea Gray found herself scoring 6 points and dishing out 3 assists, while Jackie Young off the bench dropped 8 points on 60% shooting from the field. Next up, their first Olympic game in Paris on the 29th against Japan.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Local health experts are urging pet owners to make sure their furry friends friends are vaccinated for rabies. The Nevada Department of Agriculture has confirmed 2 cases of rabies this year. Detections were made in bats from Carson City and Clark County. While other species of wildlife can carry rabies, bats are the most common source of human and domestic animal transmission, making it important to keep pets vaccinated and ensure no contact is made with wildlife. In Nevada, a current rabies vaccination is legally required for dogs, cats, and ferrets. Pet owners should contact their local vet to schedule a rabies vaccination.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. UNLV's football team is the 3rd choice to win the Mountain West Championship. The Rebels are plus 650 at Circa Sportsbook after appearing in the title game last season under coach Barry Odom. Boise State is the minus 110 favorite, while Fresno State is the 2nd choice at plus 550. Air Force is listed at 9-1, followed by Colorado State at 10-1 and Wyoming at 15-1. Hawaii and San Diego State are 25-1, while UNR has the worst odds and is a 500-1 long shot.
Vegas Nation, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. Today is the first day that the Raiders report to practice at Costa Mesa at the Jack Hammett Sports Complex. And as that gets underway, Coach Antonio Pierce spoke during his news conference on Tuesday about the quarterback competition and how he sees that playing out.
So there could be some days where, Aiden looked better than Gardner. There's some days Gardner, and there's some days they both look bad. Some days they both look good, to be honest. So I think, it'll take its course while we're here in Southern California.
In lifestyle news, there are nearly 50,000 fast food chains scattered across the U.S. And we have a list of the top 10 best fast food restaurants for 2024. These results come from USA Today's Reader's Choice list. 2 of the top spots include Zaxby's at number 9 and Captain D's at number 6, which don't have locations in Nevada. At number 5 is Hardee's, known as Carl's Jr. here on the West Coast, followed by In-N-Out Burger, then Chick-fil-A. At number 2 is KFC, and taking up that number 1 spot is Del Taco. Moving on to entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Former Vegas headliner Celine Dion is reportedly finally getting ready for her big return to the stage. Dion is reportedly performing during the Summer Olympics opening ceremonies in Paris on Friday. Variety has reported this as a rumor, and Dion's representatives have not returned requests for comment or confirmation. Videos posted on social media show Dion arriving in Paris with her manager and AEG Presents exec John Nelson in the background. Variety also reports Dion arrived in Paris on Monday at the same hotel as Lady Gaga, another potential opening ceremony headliner. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. You can hit that subscribe button to get alerts when we post breaking news and our 7 at 7 newscast. You can also watch us on other platforms like Apple TV and Roku. We'll see you here tonight for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.